Alright, so today we are in the Batwing, the P.210, Tier 8 German multi-role plane. This particular plane is after the FW190s. It's definitely a different plane compared to those particular planes, so it's a little disjointed, but it's a heck of a fun plane to fly. You have two 20mm guns and 24 of these rockets. The rockets only do 150 damage. But they can get you out of trouble if somebody's head-onning you. The guns themselves, although they're only 20 mils, they do fire at a very, very fast rate. I think it's 700 rounds a minute. And because of that, you're able to really kind of put out a decent volume of fire, kind of have a line of fire there, so you're at least doing some damage all the time. They, of course, heat up pretty quickly, as a lot of the German guns do, but they are very strong. This plane is very maneuverable for a multi-role, and I think that's why a lot of people like it. And one of the other things about this particular plane that I don't think is spoken to very much is, although its altitude performance is relatively poor, like every multi-role in the game, the actual service ceiling is relatively high. So what do I mean by that? The optimum altitude is 5,900 feet. Sorry, I've got this in feet, but I've got it in feet. Meaning that your best maneuverability and speed and everything is going to be 5,900 feet and below. But the service ceiling is more than double that, above 12,000 feet. And so that means even though you might not have the best maneuverability or airspeed, you can still get up to pretty high altitude. And so if you have like a one-on-one engagement and you can like pull a yak up to higher altitude so that you've got the maneuverability, you can do that. If you just have one bomber that needs to be taken down or a heavy fighter that's above you, you can one-on-one that engagement with this particular plane. It's just make sure you're aware of your surroundings and you're not doing that kind of stuff when you're in the middle of four planes, right? Because you're going to lose whatever maneuverability advantage that you might have. So keep that in mind if you've got this plane. Don't be afraid to go high up in altitude where you necessarily wouldn't. In a lot of other multi-roles, even the FW190s that precede it, you definitely wouldn't do that typically in, but just be mindful of your surroundings. So let's go ahead and hop into the game, and yeah, I'll stop talking now. Alright, got the old Batwing. I'm getting pretty close to getting the Tier 9 on this, which I'm excited about. I mean, this one's pretty good, but the Tier 9 looks really good with the better guns. Let's head center. Oh my goodness. It's actually the first person in my year and a half playing this game that's complained about the tier spread on the matchmaking. Like, what are we gonna roll the tanks now? Literally everybody's flying away from me. It's pretty weird. I don't get spanked by something that I could get spanked by. Nice, finally. Dang it, almost rocketed my own guy, so glad I missed. stop boosting all the time. Cool. Dang it, all we got is bombers coming in? No, we should have a bunch of other people coming in from down there. Let's see here. I guess I'll go down and help. Wasn't initially going to, but I'm going to try to defend the center. And now that I leave the center... Crap. Nice. Well, that's good. I don't know what that means. Does anybody know what GW means? I need some boost, boost, boost. I need some boost. Oh, holy crap. Get on this guy before I get shot down. Dang it. At least I got that guy, I suppose. Let's see if we can hop back in the center. If it'll ever let us load. Well, okay, good. Not gonna lose the center. At least not before I can load back in here, right? Okay, so we've got Jacob here. Jacob's the one that killed me, wasn't he? Pay attention to the other planes coming in. Yowzers. Ooh, Spitfire on me, huh? At least I mitigated my loss in the center there by being able to rocket that guy down. Ugh. Spitfire's got a hard on for me, so I need to make sure we focus on him since he's focusing on us. Let's get over here and defend. Got a bomber. So what bomber is that? TU2 or B32? Either one of them. It's going to be relatively low, all things considered. Of course, relatively is relative term. Watch out, whatever the heck you are, you need to be careful. Alright, let's keep this Z. Nope, Z is just pulling us away. Jacob again. here. See what else we can get, kind of shenanigans we can get ourselves into. That kind of shenanigans. Trying to come after me in your Z. Yay! Doubly nice. Alright, so we got a B-32 up here. She's going to be pretty difficult to take down all by ourselves. We got a 1056 helping, so that'll be a good thing. Cruising along. Oh, never mind. Alright, so while we're waiting for that, I should have probably reloaded earlier, but I thought just in case I needed them, I didn't want to get rid of my rockets. T2. Oh man. I saw the Z going up there. I thought he was going after somebody else. It's a dang shame. That's what I get for not paying enough attention. We haven't won yet. We keep on losing people. And now we lost a sector. So let's get to the center, I suppose. It's going to turn pear-shaped pretty quickly because we haven't killed anybody of theirs in a while. It's going to get real bad if I can't hit anything. Game's getting all shaky. Seriously? How about your sparkles? Thank you. Good grief, man. Thank you again. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought, boy. Alright, well, we definitely turned this around. That's good. I've been frustrated if we lost. Nice. Enemy bombers detected. Destroy them. Threw some rockets out there just in case. Did get a rocketeer. Got an ace. What? Super nice. Got grade 2. Let's head on back. Alright, so that was a pretty strong battle that we had there. I got some nifty badges here, got an ace out of the deal, 20,000, 19,500 personal points, and overall well balanced battle there. I was afraid we were going to lose it at the end there. Sometimes that can happen, or vice versa. If you are losing towards the end, suddenly the team, one team will just start bleeding planes, especially if suddenly you're able to get, or not, I can't say suddenly, if you're able to get 4 sectors and you start getting a couple frags, 3 kills is suddenly 12 points swing. So yeah, so it was a little bit intense at the end there, but we were able to pull it out, definitely with the help of especially the ground pounder here on this team. Lens had a great game. It's a shame to lose that particular game for him, considering he pulled a grade 1 out of it, but that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, right? So that is the Batwing, the BVP-210. Absolutely awesome plane. If you haven't gone down this line, I highly recommend going down the line. If you have gone down it, how do you like it? I haven't heard of anybody that dislikes it, and so yeah, I'd like to. I'm expecting a lot of people saying, yeah, I like the plane, but the tier 10's better. I mean, tier 9's better. That's what it seems like to me. This is a great plane. I'm definitely keeping it. I recommend going down this line, but not necessarily as your first line to go down, for sure. The reason being is a couple of reasons. You're bouncing from light fighters to multi-rolls, although you have the ability to go back down light fighters, and you can go down light fighters again this way. But if you're specifically going for the Batwing, you know, you're bouncing back and forth. On top of that, the Focke-Wulf 190s are not the easiest planes to handle. They don't have the best maneuverability, they don't have the best airspeed, they're pretty low on altitude performance, but what they make up for on that is their guns. They're really, really powerful guns, and so for you to succeed on this particular line, at least from tier 5 to tier 7, in my opinion, you need to have good, good gun control. Be able to know when to use them and how to, when to boost and when to, when to pivot, so to speak. When to be a light fighter and when to be a heavy fighter is really what it comes down to. These planes actually probably are on par with heavy fighters as far as their gun armament is concerned, but they give up a lot of other things for that. And that's the reason why I don't necessarily recommend going down this line first, even as a first multi-roll line to go down, because you just need to have a firm grasp of, of all the different types of flying that there are as far as heavy fighters or light fighters or multi-rolls and what you're doing, so you know exactly where you can best succeed on this line. But once you get to the Batwing, it's a heck of a lot of fun. Completely different than the tier 5, 6, and 7, but a lot of fun nonetheless. Can't wait to get to tier 9. I hope you enjoyed this particular game. If you did, feel free to give it a like. If you didn't, definitely thumb it down, and yeah, tell me what you think of the plane, and if you're on the way down this particular line, if you're having any struggles. Hope you have a great day. Thank you for watching.